Jeez, welcome back to Tyson's Alchemy. I've got a question that's been asked in my Telegram group, which you can join by the link below. So, my man Blaze asked, how do you co-mingle with the peons and peasants while you're trying to raise up and become a G in life? And this is a good question because it gets very sticky and very muddy if you don't figure this out early. On your way to success, you're going to lose friends, you're going to lose family. As life gets tougher, but you know it's getting tougher on purpose because you're on the ascent, people are still going to try and hold on and drag you down. They don't understand what's happening. They don't understand why you're trying to be different, level up. They don't see it the way you see it. You see it as growth, self-improvement, becoming your best self. They just see it as change. And a lot of people don't like change. Most people are uncomfortable with change. But you know from watching this channel that if you force yourself through change, then magical things can happen. If you force yourself to think differently and visualize differently, magical things can happen. But most people aren't like that. That's uncomfortable for them. You tell them the earth might be flat and we haven't actually been to the moon, all of a sudden they can't do it, they can't deal with it, it's too much. So you need to keep in mind that people don't think like you do. Hopefully you've got some people in your life that do think like you can work together. But if you're like me, there's no one around that thinks the way I do. Some maybe little ideas, very narcissistic, that thinks and acts the way I do, okay? Now, you're probably in a similar position. You're trying to ascend and people still want you to play games, still want you to watch TV, maybe watch sports and do all that normal peon stuff, which is fine if people are happy. This isn't a channel about judging them. This is a channel to help you raise your game and learn the powers of the mind, self-hypnosis and becoming your best self. So, my man Blaze, how you deal with them is by treating them like they are. They don't understand what you now understand. You've broken into a new reality. You know that the path is forward and it's uphill and it's a challenge, but you know it. You see the map in front of you. You don't see all the paths, but you can see the next 10 steps. I need to do this, what Tyson said. I can see some distance ahead and I know where I need to go. The people that you're referring to, they don't see anything in front of them. They just feel the comforts around them. They're in the moment. So when you're with them, you need to respect that. You're not there to challenge them and tell them about all the conspiracies and how the mind works and all, because they're not interested in it. If you want to enjoy their time and their value, make it short and sweet. Talk about, you know, the football or the trending topics, whatever it is they're chatting about. I don't know what your friends are like, but your family and friends, for example, you're talking to your grandma, she's not going to want to talk about the crypto pump that you caught last week, okay? She just wants to talk about how you're doing, right? So it's about being able to chop and change. It's like a little alter ego, which I've spoken about, which is really useful. When you go see your grandma, in that example, and then you were to maybe meet me, we talk completely differently. We talk about money, leveling up the mind, powers of the universe. With your grandma, you talk about different type of stuff, and that's no shade on your grandma, right? You're the same person, but you're delivering something different. So that's how you treat people. I'm not saying your grandma's a peon, but your friends are different, okay? Hopefully there's some on your path, but most aren't. And ironically, they will want you to be like them because when they see you grow, they'll kind of cheer you on, but it makes them insecure. I've lost lots of friends because they were uncomfortable with who I was becoming. They just kept on asking me to come to the pub and come for some drinks and come do this and come do that and come to that concert. And I just have to keep saying no. I'm sorry, mate, I'm busy. You don't need to come out with a big explanation. Oh, I'm doing this and I want to become this and you should become this. Sorry, I'm busy. That's all you've got to say. That's as simple as it is. So you need to speak to them with understanding. You need to let them know that it's not actually their fault. It's just who they are. Everyone's different. Everyone's on their own journey. Hopefully along the way, you'll be able to inspire them, maybe teach them things from how they're watching you, how they view you. If they're watching you get fit and strong, they're surely going to get inspired and want to become fit and strong. And if they don't, well then they were meant to be average and weak, right? What are you going to do? You can't change people. They can only change themselves. So the best way you can interact with them is be respectful, keep it short and sweet, help them if they need help, if it makes you feel good and it's useful, focus on your mission and let them know that you're busy and you're focusing on your mission. And when the time is right, when they're ready to step up, they'll step up and come be on your level. But if not, they won't be. And I'm sorry, mate, you're going to lose friends. It's a bit of a lonely path at times. I've met more people on the other levels going up, you know, 𝐑𝐄𝐋𝐿 and tutorial shooter and people like that. I've met those people on the way up, but that climb from step 1 to step 2, step 3, step 4, there was no one, just silent. Echoes in the corridors, no one there, and just the people at the bottom saying, Tyson, come back to playing football, come back to doing this, Tyson. You need to believe in your own vision, get in the groups like in the Telegram where you can communicate with other people that are on the same mission. Obviously there's lots of people online that you can keep talking to, so you can keep that visualization going and keep that momentum going. The best way to deal with peons is to understand that they are not you. Be respectful, you don't need to hate on them. They're maybe just not ready to elevate yet, and they might never elevate. That's fine, everyone's different. Be at peace with with that, but protect your own energy and focus on your mission. Hope that makes sense. And remember, self-hypnosis is the key.